I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to Dell Romance for the arc of Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. This is one of my most anticipated reads for 2025. I did read it and I really enjoyed it. Let's talk about it. So Out of the Woods is the sequel to Out on a Limb. Out on a Limb follows Bo and Win, and then Win has a best friend named Sarah, and then her husband Caleb. They're featured a large amount in this book, and Out of the Woods is their book. I'm going to also start off by saying that this was so different than what I anticipated it to be. Hannah does a really good job at putting in a lot of humor in her books. This one was very heavy to me. I felt like the main undertone and topic of the book was very, very heavy. As a stay-at-home mom who has only one job of being home and taking care of the house and the kids and the finances and everything else, I still don't feel like I contribute enough. So I definitely understand where Sarah's coming from in this book, because she feels like, because she is a housewife and she hasn't brought anything to the table, her mother passed away when she was a teenager, and she feels like there is nothing for her mother to be proud of, because what has she done with her life? At the beginning of the book, she is trying to put together a fundraiser. Unfortunately, it doesn't go how she wants, and that kind of sends her into a tailspin. So her and Caleb end up going on this wilderness retreat for couples. So it's kind of like couples therapy, but outside in the wilderness, and it's hiking. So, I mean, there's no luxury in there at all. But that's where Out of the Woods comes from, because they're out in the woods hiking and you kind of follow along with them while they try to get to know each other again and build on their relationship. And Sarah has to work through a lot of her issues, which deals with the death of her mother and just the inner loving of herself. And while the book is heavy, Hannah does such a fantastic job of putting her humor in there, and I feel like she has such a good sense of humor. I love it. I think we have the same sense of humor, so that's probably why. But even though things are heavy, I was still laughing throughout the book. Again, I feel like I resonated a lot with this character, as my father passed away in April, so I'm also missing a parent, and I don't know, I just felt like I really toned in to this book and the character, and I really appreciated the book, and I ended up really loving it. But I will say it's totally different than what I was expecting. Now, this comes out on January 28th. I highly suggest that you pick it up. I think it was a great read.